And looks like we're all set up here. Ahoy, mateys! Welcome back to my lovely little explainers here. I hope these are entertaining. I know I'm flubbing a little bit. I'm a little tired. I've been working all day on this stuff, and I've been very excited to sit and talk about it with you guys, but at the same time, I'm tired. I want to go to bed soon, but we'll see how far we get with this as we go along. Maybe I'll do another video later. So, we're going to discuss the next thing is test type explainer. Essentially, when I say test, I mean like I'm requiring the player to come up with a dice pool and come and roll them in order to resolve a conflict. If they want to stealth through a shipyard, they need to make a stealth check. So they need to roll dice to see how well they do. If they want to bluff their way through enemy gates, they have to roll a bluff check. If they want to hit somebody with a club, they have to roll to attack. It's pretty much that's it there. Is to, like, in order to resolve conflicts, you have to roll the dice. So there are three types of action, and I would say types of tests that I have designed in here, and it is pretty much mimicking another game style it's mimicking Open D6. Again, we're just using D12s in this case, but I do like that there's some flexibility in some of the stuff, and it takes some of the work off of the GM to handle some things. So, first and foremost, I just want to explain target numbers real quick to make sure you understand where I'm coming from on there. Target numbers are basically a scale that the GM can use to allocate difficulties on things in a more static manner. So, very easy would be a 1, or you require 1 success. Easy would be 3 successes. Moderate, you would require 5. Hard, 7. Very hard, 9. And heroic, 11. As I mentioned in another video, this is a very standard kind of incremental scaling, since probability works in a fashion. It's not exponentially changes, that kind of things. I have it hard coded into there. But I do want to play some games that use the Fibonacci sequence just to see how well that works. Because I want to say maybe the universe has a better idea, universal constant kind of thing. I don't know. We will find out when I playtest that one. But for now, it's on an incremental scale. Whenever there's like a target number, there also could be like some sort of complications, which really should be factored into the target number. When I'm saying it out loud, I probably don't really need to have complications in here. It's just basically figuring out how to scale it up for players, that kind of deal. So I might have to change it up again now when I say it out loud. So that aside, there are 3 types of tests that we can have. First of all is the static one, which is you're rolling versus a static number, which is why I explained the target numbers in the first place. You're gonna say, let's just say we have to make a repair to a ship. The GM allocates that you require 5, 6, or target number 5. It's a moderate task, and you need to kind of figure that out or make enough dice rolls on there. You have the right tools, you have the materials, but maybe the ship's shaky. That's why it's moderate. So you have to roll your dice, and hopefully we get 5 successes. So just to kind of showcase it a little bit, let's see if we get 5 successes. We got 1, we got 2, we got 3, 4. We rolled 7 dice. So maybe say 2 attributes, 3 in every. A moderate difficulty was a little too much for us. We couldn't get the thing fixed. So we didn't make the test on there. So maybe we have advantage if we roll it again. 11. No, we did worse. We did much, much worse on that one. A lot of 5s in here. That's why you have the the easy epic things, because maybe that's better. Who knows? I gotta play test those things as well. So either way, you are gonna roll against a static number. And GM could use that static number to be like, hey, this is a modern NPC. Everything that you need to roll against is a 5, or maybe he's moderately good at combat, very easy at social things. So players can easily motivate him in one direction, or not be able to beat his butt up in the streets in another direction. It really just depends on what what the GM wants to do there. Now, the next type of test is going to be opposed tests, which is where you're going to have 2 sets of dice, or 2 players, allocate their dice pools appropriately, and then roll against each other to see who has the most successes. So to showcase that, let's just say they're having an argument and they're trying to intimidate each other. First player is going to roll. They got 2 successes on here. Thankfully, no complications. So we're going to leave that off to the side. And then the second player, they will roll. Nope. 1 success off of there. So that means the first player got the more successes than the second player, which means that they get to dictate what's going on there. So that's generally the opposed deal. It's fairly straightforward for those two. One number versus another number. The next one I want to kind of showcase is going to be extended tests. Let me actually throw that up here so that you can see it a little better. Extended tests is the long game. Now, the way extended tests work is that you are trying to accomplish something over a period of time. Or in this case, we're going to call it the time frame. Whether that be a day, a week, an hour, a month, a year, or a century. Let's just throw that out there. You have a limited amount of time to work on something. And so the GM's going to figure out, A, how hard is this task? Which, in my case, should typically be, in my mind, should be 4 times the target number. Maybe that's a little high. Maybe it should be double. Maybe it should be triple. Again, playtesting required. But then they're also going to set a time increment, whether that be a time increment that fits into the time frame, whether that be rounds, minutes, hours, days, weeks if it's a month if it's a year if it's years if it's decade, and decade if it's a century, that kind of thing. It has to fit in there multiple times, and the player has to be able to roll multiple times. So they're going to set the time frame and set the increment, and then every single time that a person rolls the dice counts as an increment. So let's say we have someone who needs to complete something within 10 minutes, and the GM decides to go and say, hey, you have each time you roll is going to be a minute. You have to get 20 successes, which is a moderate task, 4 times 5. You have 10 minutes to get 20 successes. Go. So then the player just goes ahead and starts rolling. Now, to kind of showcase that, we're going to roll some more dice. Just so you guys know, I like rolling dice, so that's what we're going to do. So, we have a 7, 10, 11, 9, and 12. That's 5. That's really good for us. We now have worked on something for an entire minute. 1 minute of 10. So then the next we're going to do this again. And we're just going to roll some more. We have a 7, an 8, an 8. So that means we have a total of 8 not bad. We're on our second increment, which is 2 minutes. And then let's go through, do this again. Now, note that I still have the wild dice in here. That means that the complication is still very possible for each one of these rolls. So you're kind of just gambling a little bit. Well, I wouldn't say gambling, but you're messing with things at that time. So, let's see. We got 12. We got 11. We have a 7. That means we are now at 11. Yeah, 11. 11. Now you see why you got to count. So that we're at 3 minutes. Come on, come on. We need some better stuff going on. All right. We got a 10, 9, 9, 7, a 12, and a 10. That puts us at 17. No, 16. See, I can't do math. Keep doing that. That's why calculators exist, right? All right. And last but not least, I think we got it this time. 10, 10, 8. We were at 16. Oh, here we go. 19. Or 4 more. That means we got 20. That means within... Shoot, I forgot to count. I think we're at 4 or 5 rolls, which means we make the extended test with plenty enough time to spare on that. And again, it just basically, you can use various different trackers to keep track of it. Obviously, I didn't track it. I'm kind of silly. I should have tracked it a little bit better, which is why I wanted to implement designs of tracker to add on to the sheet. But ultimately, it's just basically you're trying to see how long it takes you to get these tests done. In some other cases, it should take you, there should be some tension there to say, hey, you need to get this done within 5 minutes. Can you get it done in 5 minutes? We'll see. Can you get it done in 10 minutes? Most likely. Can you get it done in a minute? Probably not. So it's just kind of how the GM wants to gear that towards and push people into that direction. So I'm going to cut it off there to kind of give myself a little bit of a break. I'm going to come back another time and start talking about the combat and the combat rounds phased, and how phase combat and turn-by-turn combat works, as well as attacking and defending, and then we'll kind of go from there. So I hope you guys have yourselves a wonderful day whenever you see this. Again, go ahead and go down in the comments below. First gets to be the first comment gets to be the captain. Second person gets to be the first mate, and we're gonna go with the third person gets to be the quartermaster. And whoever keeps going down, the rest of you guys are the crew this time. So we'll see how it all boils out. And, I'll see you guys. Oh, I almost forgot. Make sure you like and subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications, and watch this video several times, and hopefully things will go good together. In the meantime, I'm going to sign off. Have yourselves a wonderful day, and ding dong day, I guess. Bye.